Hello, everyone, and welcome to this glorified, friendly T20 international match between South Africa and New Zealand, masquerading as a World Cup match. When you have a World Cup match at this stage of the World Cup tournament, and it doesn't matter if you win or you come second, you know who you are going to play in the second round. No schedule that is manipulated in that way is worthy of credibility. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you so much for being here as we go through this World Cup watch-along between South Africa and New Zealand. South Africa need 176 to win and are 4 without loss after 2 deliveries. 176. New Zealand batted first and they scored 175. Tim Seifert made 13, Finn Allen made 31, Rachin Ravindra made 13, Glenn Phillips made 1, Chapman made 48, Daryl Mitchell made 32, Mitchell Santa, the captain, he made 4, and James Neesham made 23. Matt Henry was not out at 9, he along with Neesham. For the South Africans, Ngidi got 1 for 34 from his 4 overs. Rabada got none for 27 from his 4. Marco Jansen got 4 for 40 from his 4. I'll take that every day over none for 27. Keshaj Maharaj took 1 for 24 from his 3. Carbin Batch 1 for 34 from his 4. And Aiden Markram bowled 1 over for 15 runs. They need to stop this Aiden Markram experiment. It may well cost them the World Cup. There are times when he bowls well, but there are times when his 1 over may well cost them the World Cup. So they need to stop it. We thank everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you very much for being here. Please remember to check out the Cricket Forum Members Club on Patreon. The link is at the top, pinned to the top of the live stream, and also it's in the video description. We look forward to hearing from you on Patreon. It's important that you go to Patreon to put your comments into the live chat. Here is Henry. He's over the wicket. He bowls to the left and then the Kaku stroke it down the ground for 4. Lovely shot. The fielder is giving chase, but that's New Zealand approach. You know, we in the West Indies would have probably give up from that ball past us, but not New Zealand. They run down everything. So that goes down to the boundary for 4. So very expensive first over here by Matt Henry. 13 off it. Oh, that was a drop catch. Okay, he did drop that catch. So, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happened in this match. 13 without loss. But it doesn't matter. These 2 teams, unless there's a miracle, they will qualify for the second round. And it doesn't matter whether they come first or second. That's how this tournament is manipulated. Yes, it is manipulated in that way. So whether you come first or second in your zone, it doesn't determine who you play. Who you play is already forecast for you. Yes, honestly. I mean, this is part of the manipulation that persons are complaining about, because they want to set the fixtures to know exactly where India is playing. This is not the first time it is happening. It happened out here in the 2024 World Cup when someone said to me that if India reached the semi-final of the World Cup, they will play in Guyana. And I said, no, you can't know that so early. You can't know that even before the tournament starts. And the person said, yes, that's how it is structured. That's how they set the fixtures. So they know that once India reached the semi-final, they were going to play in Guyana. And the cricket can't really play like that. 13 without loss. So Lucky Ferguson, the man who has the record for bowling 4 overs in a World Cup match without conceding a run. Yes. But this time, his first delivery went for 6 over cover as he pitched up to Markram, and Markram hit it over cover for 6. 19 without loss. South Africa looking to get 176 to win. They are 19 without loss, looking to get 176 to win. So this could be a cakewalk for South Africa. And once again, it really doesn't matters whether they win or they lose, you know. The grouping for the semifinals is predetermined. Yes, it's predetermined. Those semifinals appearing. Oh boy, you just can't. You wonder how a World Cup could go like that, and the big nations just accept it. And this one is edge away down to third man for 4 more. Later today, I will be picking my West Indies playing 11. In fact, at 12:35, immediately after this match finish, you, Basil and Andre will join me and to pick the playing 11. We'll also hear what Akil Hussain had to say in the pre-match interview. And we'll also hear from the Nepal coach, Stuart Law. Incidentally, Stuart Law was one of the first person to start to call out that what West Indies cricket was not right, because he was once the coach of West Indies cricket, and he was one of the first person to call out the attitude among our players that saw the decline for over those 30 years. So he was a pioneer. I think he was one of those who resigned from the job. Don't quite remember, but he was one of those who resigned from the job and said, no, these guys not going anywhere. This attitude not going anywhere. 25 without loss after 1.3 as Lucky Ferguson is wide down the leg side. So that's a wide delivery from Ferguson down the leg side. 23 without loss. Hedge. That was a replay. So it's 23 without loss. Ferguson round the wicket to the cock. The cock drives through the covers. No one move. Dollar. 29 without loss. Oh, so sweet by the cock. He just came onto the front foot and eased it through the cover. Lovely shot by Quinton de Kock. Lovely shot there by Quinton de Kock. He just came onto the front foot and he just eases it through the covers for 4. Lovely shot. Wow. So it goes up now to 29. Good morning to everyone who's in the live chat. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate every one of you who have tuned in. Please check out our TCF Members Club. We also want to big up the Cricket Forum store and also our sponsor for today's show, Gerald Music. So we want to big up Gerald Music. You know, today is Valentine's Day, and the news, you will know that I think over the past 3 months or thereabout, I could look back when M&M starts sponsoring us. But apparently that sponsorship has ended, you know. So we move on. And that's, you need to become a member of the Cricket Forum Club. So check out the latest music released from Gerald Music. Discover hot new albums. Click on the link in the video description and check out the latest music. And it's on a wide variety of digital platforms. YouTube.com, Spotify, Amazon, Instagram, Facebook. You can check out the link and contact the man Gerald Music for his wonderful music. So big up to Gerald Music, and thank you for being a part of today's show. So you definitely need to check out Gerald Music. As I said, I'm not able to play the music because of instructions from YouTube. So I cannot play those music. I'm unable to play the music. Gerald and I will have a conversation shortly to see if we can rectify it. 31 without loss after 2. So South Africa is off to a rollicking start here. Rollicking start. So check out the Patreon. So you have to check out patreon.com. Click on the link and be a member of our club. So 31 without loss. Here is Duffy is over the wicket now. He bowls to Markram. Markram off the back foot, forces it into the covers. And there is no run. So no run. As Markram is off the back foot there and forcing that one into the covers. And there is no run. Wow. 31 without loss after 2.1. So just to give you the group stage for the second round of the World Cup. Should India, Australia, West Indies, and South Africa qualify, they will be in the same group. So whether South Africa come first or second in their group, it doesn't matter. They will go in Group X of the second round. They will be in Group X. And it's the same thing for India. Whether India come first or second in their group, once they qualify for the second round, they will be in Group X. Same thing for Australia. Now, should Australia get knocked out, for example, by Zimbabwe, which could realistically happen, can realistically happen. So if Zimbabwe win their group, what they will do is take the place of Australia. It's as simple as that. That's what they will do. So the group instead would be India, Australia, West Indies, and South Africa. So on the other hand, if Sri Lanka got knocked out and Australia goes through, then Zimbabwe will take the place of Sri Lanka and they will play against England, New Zealand, Pakistan. You know. So according to the tournament organizers, the 8 teams that they're expecting to make the Super 8 are India, Australia, West Indies, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, New Zealand, and England. Those are the 8 teams that are expecting to make it. And they already put them in 2 groups. What can go so? They already put them in the group and said, well, if these teams don't make it, the one who knocked them out will just simply take their place. And so they can tell you exactly where everybody is playing. Everybody is playing from now, once they make the second round, once they make the semifinals. What rubbish. Nothing can go so. Should Alex Marshall, well, they'll probably fire him if he looks into it. No, they'll probably fire him. 47 without last year, though. South Africa is off to a rollicking start. Markram is on 37. The cock is on 9. So Markram is the man who is beating the ball. Duffy comes in, bowls to Markram, whipped away down to fine leg. 4 more. Oh, the 50 is up. The 50 is up at the end of over number 3. What a start this by South Africa. And this South Africa top 6, you know. The South Africa top 6 is a dangerous top 6. Very, very dangerous top 6. This South Africa top 6. I love it. I love this South Africa top 6. Not many teams is going to challenge their top 6. Not many at all. I love this South Africa top 6. It's powerful. You know? Yeah. So join me at about 12:35. As we pick that West Indies play in 11. So 51 without loss. South Africa. This look like a walk in the park. Looks like an absolute walk in the park for South Africa in this match this morning. They're just cruising. Over the wicket comes Henry, pitched up and that played away to the man at mid-off, off the bottom of the bat by Quinton de Kock, and there's no run there. 51 without loss. Looking to get 176 to win. 51 without loss. So Henry 1.1 overs, none for 13. Ferguson 1 over, none for 18. Duffy 1 over, none for 20. Duffy was the man who bowled that over. I think the team How many the team wanted to win? 20 odd runs to win. And I think they won it off 3 ball from Duffy. Something like that. Yeah. He's just sprayed the ball over the place. He's really a Duffy. What a name to have. Why they just don't call him Duppy and finish? There was a Duppy who used to play for New Zealand. Am I right? I think there was a Duppy who used to play for New Zealand. Join me over Patreon and let me know. No, please. Join over Patreon and let me know. I'm sure that there was a Duppy who used to play for New Zealand. Short, pulled away, down to back with a square leg, the fielder dive across and cannot feel it. Yeah, so join me over Patreon and let me know if there was a Duppy who used to play for New Zealand. I'm almost sure that there was a Duppy. It's a fast bowler. You know, I remember when I was at college, there was a guy named Roach. You were so surprised, you know, that somebody would name Roach. The link is in the video description for Patreon, or it's at the top of the screen. So you can join me there. Comes in a short cut, misses. The ball goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 55 without loss. 55 without loss. Who should be dropped from the West Indies team for this match against Nepal? Or should anyone be dropped? Probably not. Interesting. Maybe we should keep the same playing 11. Interesting. This one is it high in the air, gone into the stand for 6 more. So no let up here from the cock. No let up. They are beating ball. Absolutely beating ball today. No let up. So that was back of a length by Matt Henry. And he pulls it high into the backward square leg stand. Wow, South Africa doing well here. Really appreciate everyone that have tuned in. I thank you for tuning. So join me on Patreon. So he comes up now, bowls to the cock and he bottom edge it into the pitch. It goes to extra cover, 1 more to the total. So 1 more to the total. Score goes up by 1. Score is not on the screen right now. That's why I'm not reading it. That's the only reason why I'm not reading it. So I'm waiting on the score to come back up on the screen. But they're really rollicking along. Just 4 overs have been bowled. And it's like a show in the park. Tomorrow is a big match. What a start. You know, right now is the start of an extended period because I have the preview show for the West Indies match to come up after this at 12:30. Then tonight at 12:35, the West at 1:35 because the match starts 12:30, but I won't start the watch along until about 1:35. So then at 1:35, the watch along for the West Indies match. And then tomorrow morning, because the women team have named their squad. And we also, well, the women's squad, I may do that Monday morning. But tomorrow morning, the big match of the tournament, Pakistan versus India. And I'll also be doing that watch along. So you can join me on Patreon for that. Become a member of the Cricket Forum Club over on Patreon and join me there for that match. So a lot of cricket coming up. A lot of cricket coming up in the next 24 hours on the channel here. You know, today there's also a full toss from Ferguson. So 3-dot ball in this over as Quinton de Kock inside edge that onto his body, and it goes through to the keeper, missing the stump. Yeah, so there's a lot of cricket coming up on the Cricket Forum for the next 24 hours. So the preview for West Indies match tomorrow, then the match itself, then the India match. And as I said, today the Jamaica 50 over semi-final is taking place. I was planning to do that match, but bowled him down. Ferguson bowled him down. Ferguson struck with a Yorker. And that's what 4 made the delivery does. Followed up by a brute of a Yorker. And Ferguson struck. Oh, lovely from Ferguson. Lovely from Ferguson. Ferguson struck. Breakthrough for South Africa. Breakthrough for South Africa. Wonderful, wonderful from Lucky Ferguson. Yorked him. He went for the Yorker previous delivery. He missed his line. And Quinton de Kock got an inside edge onto his body and it went through to the keeper and just misses the stump. This time, he didn't miss the Yorker. He fired it in and he bowled him down. So Quinton de Kock gone. So they've gotten a breakthrough. South Africa have gotten a breakthrough. Their first wicket. 62 for 1. Quinton de Kock, the batsman out. Bowled by Lucky Ferguson. He made 20 from 14 deliveries, 3 4s and 1 6. So he bowled him down. Lovely delivery there by Quinton de Kock. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Pitched up and he bowled him down. Good delivery, Quinton de Kock. Very good delivery. So the new batsman is Ryan Rickerton. Rickerton. This is a powerful batting lineup up front, you know, man. I'm telling you, this batting lineup up front is big. It's big. Oh. Powerful, powerful. You know, there's a poll going on and probably can Markram make that poll? Yes, because I think most of the persons, 72% is saying that there won't be a century. The first ball is played to mid-off and they go through for a single. 1-run boundary there. Is that a 1-run boundary or something there? And the ball just played to mid-off and they go through for a single. Hit and he's out, you know. Oh, so he just missed the stump. Wow, it'd be out to first ball. Wow. That was close. Very, very close. So I'm going to watch now as Ferguson comes into Markram. He comes in both to Markram, who drives magnificently again through the covers. Oh, you need to watch that. It reached the boundary now for 4. Oh, wow. What a shot from Markram. It goes into the boundary for 4. Onto the front foot, off the hop, through the covers, hold that Ferguson. Lovely shot. Oh, I love that. Oh, Lord. Oh, look at that. The replace. Right out of the screw. It goes down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Indeed. So, 67 for 1 after 5. The drinks break coming up in another over. So after this over, well, they call it strategic timeout. So the drinks break is coming up. I want to big up to all the members of the community, of the Cricket Forum Members Club. Please click on the link and join us over there on Patreon. So 67 for 1. Duffy. How should we call Duffy? Yeah, I don't think, do we need to call him Duffy? We should call, well, yes, Duffy comes in. If we're giving him an alias, that alias have to be something else. It can't be Duffy. Duffy doesn't fit with Duffy. That's an alias. It's too close. It's just look like we're calling the man name wrong. It's like when you say now, like, Jason Older, and you say Lazy Older. You know it's an alias, you know, but Duppy, so when you say Duffy, it just comes in like we can't spell and we can't read, you know, like Darren Samuel, you say Blunder Factory. You know it's an alias, you know it's a big difference, eh? Yeah, so you know you're right. Duffy comes in left hand bowl over the top, down to the boundary for 4, Rickerton. So the right arm seamer over the wicket to the left-handed Rickerton, up and over cover, down to the boundary for 4. No finesse in that shot, not like the caress of the cover drive, you know, bring back memory of Jeffrey Dujan. Was Jeffrey Dujan the best player of the cover drive in those great West Indies team? You know, Viv Richards used to hit the ball through the covers like a rocket, Richie Richards. So those guys could hit the ball through the covers. You'd guard the Greenwich with his square cut. Down the ground again. 4 more. Has it gone all the way? 6 runs. I think it dropped flush on the cushion. You'll talk about Gardner Greenwich for his square cut and his pull and hook and Desmond Haynes for just being an all-round player and so on. Larry Gomes for picking the gap. But when it comes to the cover drive, was Jeffrey Dujan the man whose cover drive you always want to watch more than the others? It could be, you know. But that one from Markham was real. It was right out of the screw and it goes away down to the boundary for 4. But nonetheless, no, but that was brute force by Rickerton. This gonna be touch and go. That's tight, you know, that's tight. It's a fraction of a millimeter. The signal 4. I don't have a problem with that signal. So 4 more to Rickerton. He moves up to 9. 75 for 1. Markham is on 45 from 15. That's a strike rate of 300. Rickerton. Duffy, the right arm seamer, is over the wicket. Bowls to Rickerton and he hit this. There will be no doubt about this. It gone for 6. Way into the stand. Is that top tier? It could be second tier, you know. We'll check and see the replay. But that gone for 6. 81 for 1. South Africa creaming off the score right now. Oh, he hit that high. It was right out of the screw and it went a long way over deep mid wicket. I'll check if it was a second tier. It looks to me second tier. No, first tier. First tier. It's still first tier. But that was a big shot. Big shot there. 81 for 1. 308-6 of the tournament. 308-6 that of the tournament. 81 for 1, 5.4 overs, 2 deliveries to come before the strategic timeout. What can happen after that? This is just a glorified friendly match though. Duffy bowls to Rickerton, who plays it out into the covers. Backward point comes shy at the stump. There's no damage done. 1 more to the total. 682 for 1 after 5.5 overs. So Markham comes into strike. He's going at a strike rate of 300, and they are showing you his cover drives. Oh, I think they were. Oh, I think it was only the cover drives they're showing you, but that cover drive, boy. Yeah. Yeah, Shea Hope can play too. Shea Hope. Yes, Duffy comes in, bowls, back off a lane, pull. Is he out? No, white signal. And the score goes up by 1 to 83 for 1. Brandon King can play it, and Brandon King looked pretty playing it. Brandon King just looked pretty when he's batting, and he looks pretty playing it. But technically speaking, Shea Hope is better playing the cover drive than Brandon King. Duffy is over the wicket, bowls, digged out a Yorker, cannot beat cover point. They stay in their crease, 83 for 1 after 6. Yes, so I know that Shea Hope said that he loves to watch Brandon King bats. And I do not have an issue with that. I love to watch him bat too. And he's just a pretty elegant batsman. But technically, Shea Hope is a better driver off the ball than Brandon King. Most definitely. It's more pleasing on the eyes watching Brandon King driving the ball. So yesterday was the start of the West Indies, the Jamaica All-Ireland Schoolboy Cricket Competition. And those of you who are tuning on Thursday, we have streamed the launch live on the Cricket Forum. There were some audio challenges and just couldn't find what the challenges were until until yesterday when I went to stream a schoolboy cricket match. Unfortunately, rain fell and we didn't get to stream that match. But it's yesterday I found out what the problem was, you know, and we were doing everything to try and solve the audio problem. We did get some audio though. So if you tune into the home page, you will see where we have the launch of the Jamaica Schoolboy Cricket Competition this year with over $9 million in sponsorship from Grace Kennedy and Company through their First Global Bank and their GK Insurance. So they are sponsoring schoolboy cricket this year for $9 million Jamaican dollars is the sponsorship that Grace Kennedy and Company Limited is putting up towards schoolboy sponsorship this year. And we praise them. We have to give them praise for that. We have to praise them for their sponsorship. So big up to Grace Kennedy and Company Limited for sponsoring schoolboy cricket this year. So yesterday I went to a match and unfortunately the match did not play due to rain. But there were a number of matches played across the island. I know. Oh, to tell you, Vittel Laws cracked a century yesterday for St. Jago. The last time I heard from St. Jago, he was 120 odd. Yeah, so Vittel Laws cracked 100 yesterday. I can't tell you what was his final score, but the last time I heard he was on 100 and odd, you know. Yes. Yes, so Vittel Laws made 100 yesterday, the West Indies. So he's still a schoolboy, he's still in school, 83 for 1 year. We're about to restart. Yes, so he's still in school. So if there was anyone want to know if he was still in school, yes, he's still in school. He made 100 yesterday for his school. I'm trying 100 for his school yesterday. So Vittel Laws. So there were a number of matches played yesterday. There was also another century that I know from was it Veer Technical High School? Yes, there was a century for Veer Technical High School. I think that match was against Denby I. Don't quite remember who Vittel Laws played, who St. Jago I played yesterday. Who did St. Jago I played yesterday? This one is turned away into the onside. So, yeah. 83, 85 now for one. They got two there. 85 for one. Yeah, so 100 by Vittel Laws yesterday. Good. So we're very, very happy to know that he got 100 yesterday. I'm sure his opponent probably intimidated by him. He bats at number 4, but I have that interesting. I'm going to play a clip in with Vittel Laws. This clipping with Vittel Laws, where he said, Vittel Laws. Can I find that video? Because when I first saw him last year, I know that he was batting up in the order for his team. I have a clip in here with him, you know. What is Vittel Laws? Oh, this one with him. So 87. So he did make 100 yesterday, but listen to him here. Listen to Vittel Laws here.
So whenever I get a chance and I hit a 6, it brings me joy. I hit a boundary. I know do it. Yeah, I just prove so not the ability.
Sorry about that, but the audio quality is not so good. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my computer because honestly the audio was good at the beginning, so I don't know. But he was basically there saying that he loves to hit a big 6, and whenever he gets the chance, he showed the guy that he can bat. Because if you recall in that match against Ireland, that World Cup match against Ireland, he came in and he made there was what's they call it, a camo, what's that word I'm looking for, man? That's a cameo. Yeah, I look a cameo innings of I think 20 and so on, hitting some sixes and so on. I don't know why that clipping is not playing, but he's clearly saying that he loves to hit a big six. I'll try again and to see if it can play, because I don't know why it is like that. But he did say that he loves to hit a big six. So yesterday he made a century. I don't know if he converted to a double 100, but it's 96 for 1 after 7 overs, South Africa. 96 for 1 after 7 overs. 96 for 1. Let's see if we can hear him clearly.
So whenever I get a chance and I hit a six, it brings me joy. I hit a boundary. I know I can. Yeah, so I just try to get back there. They don't believe in me, so I don't should have the ability to.
Yes, so yeah, so there's Vitel Lord saying that he loves to hit a big six, and it's good that he enjoys batting and he have that smile. He always have some fun. He have some fun in that innings against Ireland, and even Ian Bishop was laughing in that interview. So yesterday he made a 100. Yes, so back to this match, 96 for 1. Please join us on Patreon. And I look forward to your interaction on Patreon. Just join us over there for your interaction on Patreon. And become a member of the Cricket Forum Club and join us on Patreon. And so we can get the interactions going. I want to thank everyone who has tuned in. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you very much for being here. So, Markram, 54 from 19 as Nisham bowls to Markram, who steered it away from down to third man for another 4. So 4 more to Markram. He moves up to 58 from 20 deliveries. Wow. That's about a strike rate of 290, isn't it? 290. Wow. Wow. 290 strike rate. Can you imagine? Wow. So here's Nisham. He's got a bowl to Markram. He's into bowl to Markram over the wicket. Bowls to Markram, and Markram turned this to mid on and walk a single as the ball goes down to long on. So 1 more to the total. 1 more to the total. So, yeah. So yesterday, this match is between Denby High School, who won the toss and chose to field, and put in Veer Technical to bat. Veer Technical made 258 for 3. I think Deshaun Smith, was it that made 100 for Veer yesterday? I think Deshaun Smith made 100 for Veer yesterday. And Denby were bowled out for 42, sorry. I almost said 242. Brilliant catch on the boundary. Well done. So Rickerton goes. Nisham picked up the wicket. Mitchell celebrating the catch. It was something similar to the one that Powell took. I think this one was probably a little more comfortable. So it's similar to the one that Powell took, if you recall. So Nisham, I think, pace off. Rickerton into the drive. It went high into the sky. This is what they call in cricket that the batsman bust the sky. So Nisham took the catch, stay within the boundary, throw the ball in the air, goes outside. Now, they say you have to come back inside and your foot is on the ground. So that is okay. Several steps, he took the catch. That's okay. Nisham got the wicket of Rickerton. They're just checking if his foot, no, he was clear of the boundary. Good catch. Similar to Powell, clean and nice. Rickerton goes. South Africa lost their second, 102 for 2. Rickerton gone for 21 from 11. So they're really going hard here. So, yes, so Veer Technical made 258 for 3. So especially my Jamaican viewers who know these schools, it will be it will be real to them. 258 for 3 declare, and then bowl out Dembe for 42. So Dembe there coming back into the tournament. And you remember that I gave Dembe some gears earlier this year? Yes, yeah. 150 not out from 100 deliveries, exactly 100 deliveries. That's what Deshaun Smith did yesterday against Dembe. So he was brutal. He was absolutely brutal. So yes, batted. Not yet. Thank you very much for asking. Oh, brilliant effort there. Who made that effort as that ball was hit away down to deep mid wickets? Oh, it's Phillips. He flew through the air like a bird. I'm telling you, if you saw Phillips just now, you would think that he's a bird. The ball went for 4, but he literally flew through the air. Look at this replay. Nisham back of a length. Stubbs, is that Stubbs or Brivis? He pulls it and look at him go. Ho, 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 ho. He defied gravity there. Oh, my Lord. What is it that this man cannot do? He can bat on both hands. He can throw with both hands. Wow, it gone for 4. Brivis is the new batsman. Gone for 4. So gone for 4. What is it that he cannot do? Nisham bows to Brivis. Brivis played that out into the offside, and there is no run. So 59 for Markram from 21, and Brivis is on 8. 8 overs. Brivis is on 4 from 2. Brivis on 4 from 2. So when Dembe batted, this is a guy, Perico Henry. I wanted to Perico Henry, 4 overs, 4 for 10, and Talbert Wallace, 4 overs, 3 for 16. And they wreak havoc as they dismiss Dembe for 42. Yeah, so 42 Dembe made. 42. So so that's the only match I have a result for, but I know that there were more than 20 matches across Jamaica. There were more than 15 matches across Jamaica yesterday, Cornwall, College, and all of that. Play some matches. So 107 for 2. $107 for 2. Brivis seconds now as Santa comes in. Bowls team is off the back foot. He forced it. Drop catch at cover down towards the sweep on the cover boundary. That was a drop catch. Bad miss. Bad miss. Bad miss there. Should have taken it at cover. So the score goes up now by 109 for 2. They got 2. Sorry, I thought there was only 1, but they got 2. So again, play down to the sweep on the cover boundary for another single. 1 more to the total. 110 for 2 after 8.3 overs. Markram is on 60. How you doing, sir? You can send me the link to the schoolboy cricket now, please. Yeah, is there? Yes. But I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. Yeah, but me not find none of them. Yes. Of course, so now me you use all the while. Now me. Oh, all right, thank you. Respect. 112 for 2. So I was just checking there with a contact who would help me to, so I can put up the scores for the schoolboy cricket in Jamaica. And as I said, what's going on right now is the 50 over semi-final. I think between St. Elizabeth and Kingston, St. Elizabeth and Kingston, that match is being played at Shedwin Park on the outskirts of Spanish Town there, along Old Harbour Road, just in the vicinity there. That's where St. Catherine Cricket Club is. So there's Kingston versus St. Elizabeth. Tomorrow, St. Catherine will play Melbourne, and that match will be played at Kensington Park. Yes, not Kensington Oval, Kensington Park in Jamaica. So please join me over there on Patreon and let's interact. So become a member of the Cricket Forum Club today. I think, so Denby got bowled out for 42. I'm almost sure that, I think I heard that Black River got bowled out for 28. But then you're probably going to expect more from Black River. Black River was where the high of the hurricane passed through. So maybe those guys, I tell you, those guys' head are still not in the same place. I know that. I can tell you that because I, saw it. I know what's going on. 114 for 2. Nisham over the wicket, bowls to Markram, who clipped this down to long on for a singer. He moves up to 62 from 24. Slowing down a little. But I guess you just can keep on going. So 61 needed from 65 balls. So I don't think New Zealand is quite giving up on this yet. Not quite giving up on this yet. I don't think so. Yes, so a lot of cricket being played at this time. I'm always, as I always said, one has to big up the Intersecondary School Association and Grace Kennedy and Company for schoolboy cricket in Jamaica. Because without schoolboy cricket in Jamaica, I don't know what would happen to cricket in Jamaica, Shocking comments from Nehemiah Perry. I mean, he was a guest speaker. So you need to listen to him, You need to check out what Nehemiah Perry said. But I just think that some of his comments were shocking. And so that media launch, the launch of the schoolboy cricket, it's on our own page. Check it out. It is there. So check it out, please. And so it's on our own page. So you can listen to what he has to say. 116 for 2 after 9.3 overs. Nisham comes in, bowls to Markram, who drives through the covers. There's a fielder on the cover boundary this time. It wasn't as sweet as his previous shots, but he gets it down to the fielder on the cover boundary for another singer. So that's good. So one more to Markram. Score goes up by 1. $117 for 2. $117 for 2. I almost said West Indies batting, but it's South Africa. Remind you to join me at 12:35 today with Basil and Andre, as we, just over an hour from now, as we pick that West Indies team for tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting to hear what those guys come up with. I know who I would play tomorrow. I know my playing 11 for tomorrow. Definitely know my playing 11 for tomorrow. So 57 needed from 60 deliveries. 57 needed from 60 deliveries. Where is this? Why I'm not seeing this? South Africa needed 57. So Markram. What happened? Okay. 119 for 2. Markram is on 64. Brevison is on 11. South Africa batting, looking to get 176 to win. In this glorified friendly match, masquerading as a cricket World Cup match. So here is Henry bowls to Markram, and Markram drives through the covers. There's a sweep on the boundary who comes in, sends the return in. That's Phillips on the bunks. They stay on 1. So 1 more to the total. 120 now for 2. South Africa should just ease home comfortable. 120 for 2. So just keep on showing the catch of Mitchell. That was well done. Brevis is on 11. Markram is on 65. 120 for 2. Henry over the wicket, bowls to Brevis, who look to turn that into the onside. It comes off the leading portion of the bat. It goes down to where mid-off would have been, but the bowler could not really get to it as he moves across where short mid-off would have been. You know, in my type of cricket as a little boy, that would have gone straight to the fielder. You know, straight to the field. I would have just popped it to a straight shot mid-off. You're going to watch now as he comes in now to bowl to Brevis, Henry, the right-arm seamer. Over the wicket, bowls to Brevis, who played it back down the offside of the pitch to the bowler and O'Field, and there is no run. So Zimbabwe upsetting Australia yesterday. Well, the match that caused me great pain was the one that Canada. You know, I just think that Canada threw away that match, man. Or did they? I stopped watching it now, but I'm almost sure that Canada lost. Pull and miss as that ball goes through to the keeper. Did the umpire signal wide? No, it was a legal delivery. Yeah, that match that Canada lost, boy, it was a rough. Because, you know, they have the match in the bag and they just allowed the UAE, those bowlers at the depth just gave it away. You know, there's a time I think they need 50 out of 4 overs. I can't believe Henry bowls after back foot goes Brevis. Nice, forcing shot. Philip has to move, make run. Have to come to his left on the cover boundary, which allows them to come through for 2. Has to make ground to his right on the cover boundary, and in doing so, they come back for 2. And I'm happy to see that the United States beat the Netherlands yesterday. You know, yeah, happy for that. Scotland beat England earlier this morning. You know, one of the times Scotland were going good, you know, they were about 90 for 2 after about 10 overs or so, and they just fell apart. And got bowled out for 152. And they got some early wickets. I think one at the time England were about 57 for 4. You know, so. But this much. 123 for 2 after 11. South Africa replying to New Zealand 175. So just 53 runs needed from 54 balls. And you know that there's going to be a wicket at the start of the 15 over. Somewhere in the 15th over, you're going to get a wicket. So 9-6 is 54. So that's very far away. So that does has to come right now. So that may not come right now. 9-6 is 54. South Africa need 53 from 54. So please join me, as I said, later on. In about another hour time, just over an hour. And I'll tell you who will be playing in the West Indies team tomorrow. Some surprises there. May well be. May well be. May well be there are some surprises there. So join me in a little over. In a little over hour. There are some, and so that you can hear also what Akil Hussein has to say. And what Stuart Law has to say about the match tomorrow and what happened. What happened against Nepal. You'll hear what he has to say. And so, yes, so schoolboy cricket is alive and well in Jamaica. Also, the Super 50. Ravindra is into the attack, turned away by Markram down to deep mid-wicket. They will stay on 1. Initially, where they were looking for 2, but they will stay on 1 this time. So, staying on 1. Can't find this thing about. Just don't know what's going on here. This is getting ridiculous. I'm trying to find the scores from the schoolboy cricket yesterday, but I'm not finding that. Oh, that's a 6. I missed a 6 there. I'm honestly not finding that. Trying to find the score from the schoolboy cricket yesterday. So remember, please become a member of Patreon, of our cricket club and Patreon, and so that we can interact live. You know, you can just subscribe for this match alone, or you can be a member. Ravindra bowls to Brivers, and Brivers bust the sky. That's what they call bust the sky, and he's out at long on. Slow delivery from Ravindra, and he has to reach for it, and it went high into the sky, and the catch taken, and they have lost their 3rd wicket. Brivers gone for 21. New Zealand still believe, you know. Look at the rev on that ball. I saw that very interesting comment. One of the questions that Gudakesh Moti was asked, he was asked about his partnership with Akil Hussein. I won't go into detail about what he was asked until then, but his response was fascinating, very fascinating about his partnership with him and Gudakesh Moti. So you need to join me at 11:30, at 12:30 to hear more about that. Basil will be here, Andre Douglas will be here, and we will be setting the stage for the match later today. So lots of cricket coming up on the Cricket Forum in the next 24 hours. And maybe that's one of the reasons why we are not streaming. Well, the major reason why we are not streaming that match live today, there was the sponsorship that was to come forward did not materialize. And although we were ready to go, the sponsorship never materialized. So 131 for 3. Markham and 66. The new batsman is Miller. That's why I tell you about this top 6. This top 6 is brutal, man. 131 for 3. Ravindra, in his first over, 4 deliveries he has bowled thus far, and he have gotten 1 wicket while conceding 8 runs. 2 singles and a 6. 2 singles and a 6. Who will win that match today? St. Elizabeth or Kingston? Well, if you are in the Spanish Town area, please go to Shedwin Park to watch that match. Ravindra is round the wicket, bowls to Miller, who's a left-hander, says a left-hander to a left-hander, and he played it down to the man, sweeping on the cover boundary. 1 more to the total. The score goes up by 1 to 132 for 3, with 1 delivery to come in over number 12. Markram is on 66. So he comes in now. This is what? Match 24 in the World Cup. West Indies will play match 25 tonight. So the games are going quickly, you know. Wow, the games are going very quickly. Yes. So finishing on what? March 8th, I think. The World Cup finishes on March 8th. So it's a good month of cricket. Start on, is it 8th or the 5th? Can double check and tell you. That's the 8 is in my head, but it could be the 5th. The Super 8 is going to come up. At least in the Super 8, everybody playing, everybody don't. Yeah, at least 8. Yes, I was correct. So it finishes on March 8th. Correct about that. So it finishes on March 8th. Yeah, at least everybody play everybody in the Super 8. So that's good. 132 for 3. Santa round the wicket, bowls to Miller. Miller off the back foot. He just steered that to backward point, and there is no run. So the score remains at 132 for 3. So 32, they need 46 more to win from 7.5 overs. So from 47 deliveries. So they need less than a run a ball. Santa, the left-arm orthodox spinner, over the wicket, bowls to Miller, who pulled this down backward of square leg for a single. One more to the total. We know that Clarkson retired from T20 international cricket. Would he have strengthened this South Africa team, or he wouldn't have been able to make it? Interesting. So Santa decided to go round the wicket, and that grips and turn as it passed Markram, who played a wild yam lick at it. Looks very, very ugly. A far cry from that cover drive earlier in the piece that, you know, have everyone talking about it. Yes, so please join over on Patreon, and so we can interact. But for the meantime, it's a solo. That's one cut away to the field at cover. We like to see the replay because I'm of the opinion that he dropped the catch. Really would like to see the play. One more to Markham. He moves up to 67 from 30 deliveries. 67 from 30 deliveries. 41 needed from 45. Santa is going to come in now. He's over the wicket. He bowls to the left-hander Miller, who played it down to wide long on for a single. So Miller moves up now to 3 from 4 deliveries. Markram is on 67. 67 from 30 deliveries. As look round the wicket comes Santa. He comes in now. Bowls to Markram, who gave himself some room and hit this inside out down to backward point. Work for the sweep on the cover boundary, who does it well and limit them to 1. The score goes up by 1 to 137 for 3. Markram is on 68 from 31. Miller is on 3 from 4. 137 for 3. One delivery to come in over number 13. Santa bowls to Miller, and Miller eases down to long on for a single, ticking over the score at all time. So that's the end of over number 13. It's 138 for 3 after 13. 38 needed from 42 deliveries. The drinks break will come up after this. So Chapman 48 from 26 deliveries, and Mitchell 32 from 24, and Finalin 31 from 17. Those were the leading run scorer for South Africa when they batted. Janssen, as I said, took 4 for 40 from his 4 overs. No other bowler got more than 1 wicket. Janssen 4 for 40. You know, the tall, lanky, fast bowler. I remember his brother, who I heard doing very well now, he came out here to play in the CPL and, you know, looked very, very ordinary. But I heard that he's doing a lot better now. The same thing with Corbin Batch, you know. Corbin Batch was out here playing in the CPL and looked very ordinary, and now he has developed into a very, very good all-rounder for South Africa. You know, so it's good to see. So one more to the total, definitely one more to the total there. The score goes up by 1. So I want to give a shout out to Gerald Music. Check out the latest music release from Gerald Music. Discover hot new albums. The link is in the video description. His releases are on Spotify, Amazon, you name it, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.com. All of those network, you can check out the man Gerald Music. New release. Today is the 14th. He would be a very, very busy man today, because today is when is his release day for his music. So you can get his music. The link is in the video description. Click on the link in the video description and support Gerald Music, the man who sponsors today's show. So big up to Gerald Music for sponsoring today's show. Enough love and big up. Just cannot play the music. So Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All those digital platforms, you can find Gerald Music new release on them. So check it out, please. Check out Gerald Music new release. Here is, who is that? Duffy? Is that Duffy back into the attack? And it's pulled by Miller. Off the bottom portion of the bat, goes down to long on for a single. Yes, so Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube.com, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So big up to the man, Gerald Music, for sponsoring today's show. So check out the latest music release from Gerald Music. Discover hot new albums. The link is in the video description, man. Check it out and support Gerald Music. Also remember the Cricket Forum store. So support the Cricket Forum store. The link is in the video description. Click on that link. I'm gone left way. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. The word evolve. So check out the Cricket Forum store link on Amazon. So just click on the link and we have a lot of cricket gears there and so forth. So you can always check it out there. 141 for 3, 1 to come before the drinks break. Down the leg side. Well, he has to rebowl that. It was very wide. 142 for 3. Lucky Ferguson is the bowler. So 142 for 3. The man who bowled 4 overs in a World Cup match without conceding a run. Yeah, I watched it. Not on television. I watched it live in the ground. 4 overs, no run. Here he is over the wicket, balls, hit back to him, drop. Oh, Markram hit back that hard to Ferguson. He dropped it. 142 for 3. Think as the drinks break. Well, I don't know, you call it drinks break or strategic timeout, but I don't agree with this decision to have 2 breaks in 1 T20 innings. No, I was making the point the other day that what is happening is that this is a step to further commercialize cricket, and one has to really probably appreciate it because it allows for more dollar spend, it allows for more commercials, more sustained commercials. You know that commercials run between overs, but those commercials are generally just 15 seconds or 30 seconds the most. When you have these 2 break, they can do a lot of commercial, and the broadcasters can ask for more. And if the broadcasters are getting more, ICC should get more. And if ICC is getting more, the countries and the players should get more. You know, and so as a pure cricket fan, who not appreciate the break, but then a rational cricket fan who is really looking at the commercial side of it and knows that the game can't play without the money, you have to really appreciate it. And the other day I was telling you that the reason why the IPL, what's the name of it again? The NFL has a $9 billion contract, while the English Premier League have a $3 billion contract. Although one match alone in the English Premier League, Liverpool versus Manchester City on Sunday, and they use that match for the comparison because the Super Bowl was on Sunday. So in that one match, Liverpool versus Manchester City, over 700 million viewers watched that match. On the other hand, the Super Bowl, over 200 million persons watched the Super Bowl. But yet still, the NFL have a bigger sponsorship deal than the English Premier League. And I really think it's to NFL is structured. There's so much break in between plays that you can always run advertisement. And I think cricket, with a break between overs, you know, I think that cricket can start ask some more because they can run more advertisement between those overs. I generally think so. And it being the second most watched sport in the world, 2.5 billion viewers. That one is played down to long on for a singer. One more to the score, 33 needed now from 35 deliveries, 143 for 3. 143 for 3. He never kept his eye on it. He never kept his eye on it. Santa, round the wicket, balls to the right-handed. Markram who flat batted this down to long on. Santa tried to prevent Miller. Tried to prevent Miller from going through. But it's all in good fun. It's now 144 for 3. All in good fun. 144 for 3. Markram moves up to 70. Santa is over the wicket. He comes in now, balls to Miller, and the ball grips and turns into Miller, and Miller plays it out. Don't beat the man at backward point. Will they come back for 2? Yes, they come back for 2. Slap it there from the field at backward point. New Zealand is always one of the best fielding team in the world. So I'm a bit disappointed that they were just so sloppy there and allows that to go through. 30 needed now. 30 runs needed and just under hours time. Santa comes in, balls to Miller, and Miller hit this down to long on. Straight to the fielder on the wide long on boundary, who is that man Mitchell, has been doing so well. 147 for 3. All the hype is about tomorrow's game between Pakistan and India. What a hype. Maximum hype. Santa bowled short to Markram, who played it back down the half side of the pitch. Forcefully so to Santa. And the score remains at 147 for 3. Forcefully played back down. So let's watch. Santa is round the wicket. The left-arm orthodox spinner, who is the captain of New Zealand, bowled to Santa, who gives himself room and steered it to cover point. One more to the score. 148 for 3. 28 now needed from 30 deliveries, as Miller is on 10 and Markram is on 71. Miller will comes into strike. They're closing in on victory here. Just a few hits away. 48 from 75. How much is that? 27. So 28 needed. 28 more runs needed by South Africa to win this glorified friendly match, masquerading as a T20 World Cup match. 148 for 3. 28 needed from 30 deliveries. You're not going to win. Once the number of runs are fewer than the number of deliveries, you are not going to win. So Markram is on 71. Miller is on 10. It's over the wicket, bowl, turn away, through mid-wicket. They'll go for 1. They'll come back for another. So 2 more to the total now. 2 more to the total. Yes, the big one coming up tomorrow. But West Indies matches starts 12:30 tonight. Will Usman Tariq play? Ashwin have a very good idea. Ashwin said the batsmen need to pull away when he pauses. When he pauses at the crease, they need to pull away. As that one is played down to long on, despite the dive of the fielder, it goes into the boundary for 4. 4 more there. Duffy 2.2 overs. None for 42. He's been taken to the cleaners today, man. Good shot by. Markham can play that shot. You know, the first person I saw hit that ball for 6 straight down the ground was Odin Smith. Yes, I think he did it off C-Raj. And even Coley stood and looked and said, how you hit that ball for 6 from there? Down long on. What a shot it was. Good shot by Odin Smith it was. I think it was a match against India. Yeah, it was a match against India. Here is Duffy, comes in, bowls to Markham, who turned this away through back with a square leg. The fielder comes off the boundary, limits them to 155 for 3. 155 for 3. Busy schedule. Oh, but the US have a match tomorrow morning too. So I'm not going to sleep because could do the second half of the US match also. So the second half West Indies match, second half of the US match, and the second half of the India-Pakistan match. So those are, yeah, because US, yeah. So it might be a long night. Full day of cricket. Duffy back off a length to Miller, who pulls it down to deep mid-wicket for 4. 159 now for 3. Back off a length. So this one is closing out very, very quickly. 159 for 3 was back off a length, and he pulls it down for 4. So good shot there by Miller, David Miller. 159 for 3. He's on 14 from 12. Over the wicket. Bowls wide outside the half stump. Wide signal by the umpire. Wide signal by the umpire. So he comes up now. 16 from 26. So South Africa is winning this match easily. Result doesn't matter in this match, honestly. It's a match where result doesn't matter. Whether you win the group or not, you are predestined to where you will play. Short pulled away by Miller, straight to long on the bunks. One more to the total, 161 for 3 now, 15 needed from 25. As we look towards the end of this match, big up the TCF club members. Really appreciate all the members. You can put in your comment. I will react. Once you're a member, I will always react to your comment. Yes. So once you're a member, the rule is that so all the members, you can put in your comment, man. I'll react to it. Comes in bowls, chipped in the air, down towards long on for a singer. 14 now from 24 deliveries. 14 needed from 24 deliveries. The score goes up by 1 to 162 for 3. So it could well finish in this over, and I think it may finish in this over. Don't you think so? Let's wait and see. But definitely could finish in this over. So today, usually on a Saturday, Manchester United not playing any matches for quite a while. They're not playing any match this week. They're not playing any match next week. I think next weekend before they play again. Manchester United not playing this weekend. I think so. They're not playing this weekend. Well, don't appreciate that. Don't appreciate that. Not at all. That's what when they don't qualify for Europe. You hear what the chairman of Manchester United said? Shocking, shocking, shocking. So Henry comes in now, bowls to Markham. Markham plays this down to long on and drag walk a singer. He didn't get there. Santa comes across and shy overthrow. Is that match fixing? Match fixing that? He goes down to the boundary for 4. So 5 runs to the total. But they say it's no longer overthrow. It's runs. Just runs. It's not, it isn't called overthrow anymore. It's just runs. So here was it that Markham plays the ball to mid-on. It was going down towards long on. Santa was at mid-off, came across, picked up the ball, shy at the keeper's end because the batsman was dilly-dallying. The keeper got a bad bounce. And despite the fielder at short fine leg diving, he was not able to cut it off. So it went for 4 more. So 5 more there to the total. So here is Henry comes in, bowls to Miller, and Miller steer this to short third man. Get a single this time. So one more to the total. The score is not on the board, but I think they need 9 to win. So I think they're on 167. But the score is not on the screen. Oh, they need 8 to win. So 168 for 3. Markram is on 84. How can he get 100? He needs to... No, 2-6 can't give him 100. He can get 100. No, there's no way for him to get 100. Another overthrow. Well, I have to call it overthrow. That's the best way to do it. 7 from 21. I was trying to work out, he's on 84 and they need 8 to win. So to get 100, you would need to hit a 6 and get a single. No. And another 6 that would only carry him to 30. Still only get the 16 that is required. So tomorrow, Henry bowls pulled away by Miller down towards deep mid-wicket for another single. The score goes up by 1. So they are 1 hit away now, 1-6 away. Mind you that if you're in Jamaica, you are in the region of Spanish Town. Go and watch the semi-final. Tomorrow will be the second semi-finals at Kensington. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Oh, he blew up the place. They have to scatter. He blew up the place. They have to scatter. Interesting. 170 for 3. 6 to get from 20 deliveries. Markram is on strike. Will he end it in style? Here is Matt Henry. He comes in now to bowls to Markram. He's over the wicket. Bowls to Markram. Markram turn it away through backward of square leg. The fielder comes off the boundary. Ravindra sends the return on the bounce to the top. On the bounce to at the top of the stump. 5 needed from 19 deliveries. You know, there's not even any interest for South Africa to win this match as quickly as possible because it doesn't matter. They qualify now. They qualify, and once they qualify, who they play is predetermined for them. Yeah. Back of a lead, short, slower delivery, pulls down to deep mid-wicket for a single. They touch down for 1, and they stay on 1. I hope he hasn't injured himself, and I think, did he step on the bat? End of the over, though. 4 needed from 3 overs. They're cruising to victory. Yes, so check out those matches. So as I remind you, Vittel lost, crack 100 yesterday. The West Indies under-19 cricketer in schoolboy cricket, crack 100. What is going on for schoolboy cricket in the other nation? Join Patreon. Join the Cricket Forum Members Club on Patreon and tell me. Kervin Duncan, I know you're a member, so you can tell me. So big up yourself. Kervin Duncan, or you're in the States now. So those members who are from that side of the region, please tell me what's going on. 172 for 3. Ferguson comes in short, pulled away, that's it. 6 runs over deep mid-wicket. South Africa has won. Thank everyone for tuning in. We have to prepare for... I'll be back with you in just about 45 minutes. So check when we do a preview. Have to hear what Akil Hussein said. So take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you in about 45 minutes. Need to get something to eat.